Alright, I'm going to show you guys a video how I make my door card for my FRS. You can buy them online, and they're just a piece of sheet metal. Like, literally just a piece of sheet metal on your door. It doesn't look cool to me. Plus, you lose the regular door handle and the switch for the windows and lock. I like to actually keep that. So, I'm going to show you how I make my own. By no means is this going to be perfect looking, but I think it's better than a piece of sheet metal. We're going to take the actual door panel. So if you're okay cutting this thing up, which if you got a drift car and you have a cage in there, I'm sure you don't care about cutting up your door panel. Alright, so you can see how I did the driver's side, how I cut it out, and then which tab I left here. So I'm going to pretty much cut out the exact same way. We'll start right here and cut straight down. Try to stay on the outside of this. So you can see, you just want to stay right there on the outside. Right there on the outside. Pretty much follow that. So now that it's cut, let's see what it looks like on. Okay. Boom. So now we can utilize the door handle. So now let's make the sheet metal part section here. It's really not that complicated. So I already have a template made right here. This is from the driver's side. You can really use whatever aluminum you want to use. I found a whole sheet on the marketplace for $90. So I'm not sure where you live at, but if you can find a cheap 4x8 sheet, might as well pick it up. Yeah, so I already have the template here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pretty much draw it out on here and cut it out. Alright, so now that we got the door card done, as far as the main piece, we need to make some slits here so that this piece can slide a little bit in here, ½ inch, just so it has a little bit of grab and it's kind of flush out there. So let's do that real quick. Now you have an idea. So it's going to sit in that slit. So now it's in that slit. What we're going to do is we're going to push it back. Like that, okay? Okay? So now this is going to sit just like that. What I'm going to do is I'll go to the end here and go ahead and shoot a screw through it. We'll put it upside down. We'll slide it in here. See right here? We're just going to put a tap screw in there. We don't need to go too high. If you look, you can see I'm going to pull it back a little bit. You can see I'm just going to leave a little bit of a gap right over this lip. Right over this lip here. Corner. Like that. Boom, boom. Alright, so now we got the door card on here. cut out there, flush to the bottom. We're good here. We're hitting something behind here, but it might be the wire harness. So next I'm going to do the switch to the power window switch, which is right here. What I'm gonna do, right here, I'm gonna flip it over. I'm gonna measure this with a piece of cardboard. Check one more time. That looks good. We'll use this as our template to cut. What I need to do to the controller, I need to cut off. I'm gonna cut this tab off. I'm gonna cut right on the bottom here, right along this inside crack here. Same thing over here. Then what we need to do is turn the flash on here. Guess I can't. We need to cut these little tabs flush. So we'll cut these little tiny tabs out. We'll cut that off there. On this side, we will cut it here. Alright. Now we got that all cut. So now let's put our template here. Look at that. Tight, 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 tight. Alright, so now we are good. What I'll do is, you want to make sure the door closes. If the door doesn't close, for whatever reason, you need to shave it down. So what I'll do is, set some of those tap screws. I'll put one through here, one down here, one right here, one over here, and maybe one right there, and then we'll be good. And then I'll wrap this in like a carbon fiber wrap. All right, so now we're gonna secure it with some self tappers. All right, so we put the self tapper here, one at the end. And then for this guy, we'll take everything off now. We actually did this at the beginning just to hold everything in place. So now we'll take this one out. We'll take everything off, but when we put it back on, we'll shoot this through the door. All right, so now we're gonna wrap the card. Just make sure it's clean, hit it with some alcohol. Gonna be using a carbon fiber wrap that I had sitting around for a while. It's kind of shitty wrap. It's 3M, but it's old. So you can use whatever you want. You can always change it later. It's not a big deal. So you got the button, lock and unlock.